This Halloween, there is going to be a blue moon. But what is a blue moon? Is the moon actually going to turn blue? And how rare is it that one falls on Halloween? In this video, we are going to address those questions and other fun facts about blue moons. So let's talk about that. Will the moon turn blue this Halloween? And the answer is probably not. The term blue moon actually stands for an astronomical term referring to two full moons within the same calendar month, or a monthly blue moon. So for example, in October of 2020, the first full moon has already happened on October 1st, and the next upcoming full moon is going to happen on October 31st, making the full moon on Halloween a blue moon. But there are actually two definitions for a blue moon. The second definition is a seasonal blue moon, when 4 full moons happen within the same season. But in this case, this upcoming Halloween is going to be a monthly blue moon. Can the moon actually look blue? And the answer is yes. It's a very rare event when the atmosphere has a lot of dust or smoke in it, causing reddish light to be scattered, leaving behind the blue light. Therefore, in the right conditions, the moon can appear a bluish tint. However, it's incredibly rare and probably won't happen on Halloween, but if it does, you're really in luck. Now, this is a very similar, but not the exact same, as what happens for sunsets on Mars. Since Mars's atmosphere is very different from Earth's, every sunset on Mars is blue rather than an orange sunset we see here on Earth. But what other colors can the moon look? Well, when the moon is near the horizon, it can have an orangish tint, similar to what happens during a sunset here on Earth. And also, during a lunar eclipse, the moon can appear a reddish color. But unfortunately, this Halloween is not a lunar eclipse, but the next total lunar eclipse is coming up in May of 2021. How often do blue moons happen? You have probably heard the saying, once in a blue moon, referring to an event that's incredibly rare. But how rare is a blue moon? A monthly blue moon on average happens once every 2 to 3 years. Therefore, it's probably not as rare as you thought, especially in terms of other astronomical events, for example, Halley's Comet. Every 2 to 3 years is fairly frequent. So maybe the saying once in a blue moon refers to the moon actually looking blue rather than the naming convention for a monthly or even seasonal blue moon. Now let's talk about some fun facts about blue moons. The first one being, if a full moon ever lands on Halloween, it will always be a blue moon. But why? Well, first we need to understand that a full moon happens every 29.5 days, always. Meaning that if the full moon happens on October 31st and we look at a calendar, if we go back in time 29.5 days, we're either going to land on October 1st or October 2nd, depending on what time of the day the full moon actually happens. Meaning that no matter what, a full moon on October 31st is always the second full moon of the month, making it a monthly blue moon, which is really fun to know. Also, the month of February can never have a blue moon. Even during a leap year, February is only 29 days long. And since a full moon happens every 29.5 days, it's impossible for February to have a blue moon. Now, this next fun fact, of course, would happen in 2020 when Halloween not only lands on a Saturday, is a full moon, a blue moon, but it's also going to appear 10% dimmer than the average full moon, making it a more eerie or spooky environment. Now, why is it looking dimmer than normal? Well, the moon is very close to its apogee, or nearly as far away from the Earth as it can get in its orbit. It'll be 252,000 miles away from Earth, or 406,000 kilometers, meaning that it's going to be darker and appear a little bit more ominous, even though it's still a full moon. The next full moon to land on Halloween after this year won't happen until the year 2039, or 19 years from now. So if you have the chance and the weather is in your favor on October 31st, go outside and observe the moon. Maybe you'll notice that it's 10% dimmer outside than usual full moon. Or if you see it rise over the horizon, it will have an orangish tint. And lastly, if you're incredibly lucky this Halloween, you might be able to see a bluish tinted full moon. But with all that being said, if you have any questions about the blue moon, the moon in general, or just anything about the night sky, let me know in the comments below. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.